Keith one-time Thurman, former unified champion of the world. How you doing, Keith? How's it been?
Doing good, man. Just out here for this great fight tomorrow night.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. What you been doing lately? Of course, you're looking slim, trim, ready to go, mind right, and how talk to us.
Yeah, man. You know, I've had so much inactivity due to injuries in my career. There were certain years where I only fought once that year because of timelines, and I didn't really want tune-ups. I wanted great fights like I normally demand out of myself. But you know, with COVID and everything, it just so much time went by. It's like, man, you just need to train. You know, you need to train. We don't know when we're gonna get back into action. We don't know what's happening. Things are slowly moving in the sport. We're starting to gain more and more momentum, and I'm just looking forward to getting back in the ring whenever I get proposed, but it should be this year, October or November. We are looking, we are open to negotiations. I'm just waiting for those phone calls and the contracts.
Hey man, your Fatherhood. Welcome to Fatherhood. Let me shake your
Yes,
hand
sir.
on that
Yes,
one.
sir.
Welcome to Fatherhood.
Thank you, man.
It's a newfound motivation, you know.
That too.
You know, when I had
why
my-
I'm looking thin and everything, you know. People like, why is the hair gone? You know, it wasn't just the fact that I was gonna be a father. You know, COVID was such a whack year. It was like, man, what can I do if I can't travel? If I can't go to Paris and I can't knock things off my bucket list, how do I have a new life experience, man? And just letting go of that old image.
Yeah.
And just letting myself walk into something new, a new hairstyle, a new attitude, being a father, new to fatherhood. There's just a lot of new things from this point on. We have a great book. We're in a new chapter, and I'm looking forward to the storyline that's going to develop in this new chapter.
I'm gonna tell you like this: as a father, that's the best chapter in my life. But you know, kind of, you live recklessly, and then you get a child. I'm like, damn, I can't live as reckless as I want to. I can't move the way I want to move.
Pump the brakes.
Yeah, pump the brakes, yeah. But that's good to hear. Congratulations to your wife as well. So look at this fight, Manny Pacquiao. You've been in the ring with Manny Pacquiao. Of course, we saw the fight. Could have gone either way. Split decision win. How do you feel about this fight for Manny Pacquiao and for Ugas for the 2-week preparation? You could say 1 week because this is fight week. Practically like 1 week preparation. What do you feel about that?
You know, luckily, I mean, it's not 1 week preparation. It's 1 week of mental preparation with opponents being shifted, right? But both of these men were ready to fight tomorrow night.
Okay.
Ugas was scheduled for the co-main event. Pacquiao was scheduled against Errol Spence Jr., you know, and, you know, just, you got to tip your hat to Manny Pacquiao at 42 years old. He was gunning for the #1 welterweight in the world. Now he's stuck with somebody who's arguably 4 or 5, put a number on it. It's still top 5. 42 years old. He said himself, this might be the last show.
Yeah.
But to go out against, you know, let's just look at Floyd, right? Right before he left, he fought Berto, who I love and respect. I grew up with, and he taught me many things in the ring.
Yeah.
Like I said, he taught me in the ring, not outside of the ring. I got my lessons in the ring. And then Conor McGregor, you know, and that's what really let him say goodbye to real 12-round boxing, right? Everything else since then has been some form of an exhibition, you know, and which is understandable. Do what you want to do, money.
Yeah.
Do what you want to do. You know, it is what it is. But that exit for Manny Pacquiao to want to leave like this, he's already a legend, win, lose, or draw. But if he walks out beating a young fighter in the top 5, I just think it's just gonna be one of the best exits of a fighter's career. You know, we can go down the list of history and how fighters leave their career. A lot of fighters leave their career not looking as good as they did when they entered. Floyd left undefeated, you know, very unprecedented. Pacquiao's not going to leave undefeated, but leaving with fighting Keith Thurman and then another fighter 2 years later, a 2-year layoff from the age of 40 to the age of 42, you know, and then getting the W tomorrow night, I just think it's going to be very unprecedented, just like many other accomplishments that he already has. And that might be what fires that little man up, you know, to just constantly push that bar.
He could have left like Jordan, like when Jordan beat the Jazz, but he came back later on. Because copy box, he never been hit as much as you hit him. So it was like, damn, you're going to come back for more, you know. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, you know, he was fading in those later rounds.
Yeah.
The one thing I really like when I've watched Ugas in the past is his strength. You know, he looks strong. He's knocked some dudes down,
Yeah.
but I've also seen people avoid his power. He doesn't seem that powerful. They said he's worked on his strength training down in Miami, here in Vegas, and that he is going to start being more devastating. We're going to see if that's true or not tomorrow night. But Manny Pacquiao was getting broken down by me in those later rounds. He had to tap into that Filipino spirit, you know,
That 10th round
and he pushed to the finish line, you know, and he fought a smart fight, and I give him props for that. When he's in deep water this time against Ugas, somebody who to me has always come in shape, you know, is he going to be able to finish out in the same manner that he did against me 2 years ago? That's what we're all here to see.
Damn, yeah, I think he does got some punch resistance in the later rounds as well. So of course I don't want to ask you this rhetorical question. Well, we're gonna see the "Don't Duck Me, Son Keith" one time Thurman and things of that nature. But after the fight, I think it was a week or 2 weeks, you did an interview with PBC podcast, and you said that fight with Manny Pacquiao, that you couldn't find the killer instinct in the later rounds, and you was in reference to, you was thinking about the point, you was thinking about the draw. I might get this draw, and paraphrasing. Do you feel now that you slim, trim, ready to go, your mental is there, but is the killer instinct back, or do you need to fight?
The thing is, a lot of times it comes down to risk reward, right? We've seen it. We've seen fighters that should be fighting Canelo, Triple G. Let's just talk about that real quick. There should have been, right? It should have been 4th of July in February, March, April. I don't know which month they fought. I don't care anymore. You know what I'm saying? But that first fight, which was a good fight, we expected fireworks. In the rematch, it's like, all right, that draw, that should piss off both fighters. We want fireworks. We didn't get the fireworks.
Nah.
Right? Now, to go back to your question, the reason why I brought that up is because to create that much fireworks, there's a risk reward, right? To really want to knock people out, it takes a little bit extra gas, right? You want to make it through the red light because it just turned yellow. You know you can pump the brakes, or you can put your foot down
and pass
and
that
make
yellow.
it pass. You know what I'm saying? And after you put your foot on the gas, eventually you're gonna lay back off of it. Now, when you lay back off of it, is he on the canvas? Did you just do what you really meant to do? Did you put off all that energy you exerted, right? Think of it like those race cars that got the fire coming out of the back of them. You know what I mean? They put the foot on the gas and they're shooting down to that finish line. They're trying to win the race. And then when it's over, it's over. So when you when you up it, you better be finishing them. Because when this ain't a quarter-mile race, baby. This is a 12-round championship fight. It's not a quarter-round, and it all has to do with the training. And looking back at myself, that you better not duck me, son Keith Thurman. Young, angry, hungry, ready to go out on my face. Ready to go out on my front foot. Started out boxing Danny Garcia and beat Sean Porter. I'm like, you know what, this 12-round stuff, you know, I could do it just like any other fighter, just like Floyd, just like I'm a 12-round fighter too. I want to show them my boxing skills. If I would have known you're gonna have a close fight, but you're not gonna get the decision, right? Then who cares if I get dropped again? Right? Because if I get dropped again anytime in that fight, because I got dropped in the first round, first round doesn't bother me. Why? Why does it not bother me? 2 reasons. One, I was not hurt. Right? So it didn't create what's called fight or flight, right? You've seen fighters get up and they know, shoot, I'm in trouble. My back's up against the wall. But guess what? That's when dogs bite. That's when dogs bite. You know what I mean? He ain't put me in a biting mood. I got up, I smiled, I said, psst. We got time. We got time. Because of that, that made me go a certain way. I kept pushing them and saying, hey, you knocked me down moving backwards. Why don't you do it while I'm walking forward, Manny? I'm walking forward now. Do it again. Do it again. But I didn't I was doing that with body language.
Yeah.
I wasn't doing it exactly with my hands.
Gotcha.
I wasn't returning the favor. Then I woke up round 6, something going to say, I said, yo, I don't know how many rounds you just got.
Yeah.
You ain't lose all those rounds. You are somewhere in this fight, but you need to show them that you're really going to be in this fight.
Yeah.
And that's when I turned the switch over a little bit. But then when it got to the deeper rounds,
Yeah.
that's when my brain started, thinking, how close are we to a draw? I'm the champion, right? Do I just walk out of here? I fought Josecito Lopez, hand injured.
Yeah.
My surgeon said, let's fix it. I said, they about to give me Pacquiao. I'm not letting you touch it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's on me, And I had the cojones to do what I did, hit him more than he's ever been hit. But if you rewatch the fight, how many times was I in left hook position and I ain't let it go?
Yeah. Oh man.
And I didn't let it go, and that's not like me, right?
Yeah,
that's not like me.
I wish you could see my live commentary on that, and I'm like, what the hell is up with the left hook? I was watching this fight with my wife. I'm like, that's not him.
Every time I was in sparring and I wanted to get my sparring partners off me, I'd hit them with my left hook. Boom! 1 round later, I go to the corner, I say, Coach, that's enough today. I was hurting myself.
Dang.
I was constantly hurting myself. Like I've been telling people, you don't know how much pain you're in till you're no longer in pain.
Yeah.
I love the challenges that I put myself in. I love what I've made myself do, and I still say I was 15 punches away from victory, So at the end of the day, I don't really blame that, but I know what was on my mind, and there was a little too much on my mind. I wasn't able to just go at him.
Okay.
Ugas has a tendency that when fighters move, he gives them space. I blame the Cuban in him, right?
Okay.
Right? We already know it's not about race as much as it is ethnicity and culture.
Cool.
Right? So the way the Cubans are trained for the Olympics and that amateur style, they're real more outside fighters.
Yeah.
In
the Cuban dungeon, they're not allowed to spar.
Yeah, they do. They do this playful thing that trains their eyes and trains their feet and gets them really comfortable with distance control. But what I didn't like when I watched Ugas against Porter, a lot of people said he did his thing.
Yeah.
A lot of people said he took the fight. But like I told everybody who told me I beat Pac, if you was one of the judges, it matters.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Then, you telling me now don't do nothing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So you got to impress those judges. I don't want to see Pacquiao moving around Ugas and then Ugas waiting.
Yeah.
He looked hungry. He was making facial expressions and stuff in his interview. He said, it's all me tomorrow. So I really hope that what happened to him, just like me falling short, what happened to me with Pacquiao, it digs a little bit.
Yeah.
It digs. And I hope that it dig deep enough to go to the neuron up here and say, when you're here, be here. Don't do this. Anybody who's got the time who wants to go back and watch the fight before tomorrow fight, Ugas Porter, watch how much he gave Porter space. If he doesn't do that, if he keeps the pressure on Pacquiao faded on me in the later rounds.
Yeah.
If he keeps the pressure on Pacquiao, if he keeps going to the body, it might be Ugas' night.
True. Mike Tyson said that his best fight was the Buster Douglas, right? His downfall fight, right? But that's the best fight for him. When I watched the fight, the 10th round, everybody talk about the body shot. But what I talk about when I do debate and had dialogues with people about, hunger, if you got hunger, he don't got to say it. Keith Thurman put the mouthpiece back on his mouth and then pushed Manny Pacquiao to the ropes, hit him with a left hook after getting hit. So right there, that's when I'll be like, nah, he's hungry. It's ain't got to be run with that arm because...
You talking about the body
10th round.
shot.
There was the body shot.
You're talking about the body shot. And I mean, please, people, go back and watch it. It was something different. Only a few people really talk about it to me and want my insight. They go, Thurman, what the hell was you thinking when you popped your mouthpiece out your own mouth?
Yeah.
I see him rush me, right? Everybody noticed that body shot affected me.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
All that hit my mind was, nigga, breathe. You know what I'm saying? Breathe. And I said, I'm gonna take deep breaths.
Yeah.
Why? I'm not going down. I'm not going down.
Facts.
You know, Collazo hit me to the body. It hurts. Sometimes these things, they hurt. Well, so what?
Yeah.
I'm not going down. There's a certain pain threshold. And what Collazo hit me with and what Pacquiao hit me with was painful, but it was in my threshold of tolerance.
Yeah, you could sustain.
It was in my threshold of tolerance. And I just did, that was more fight or flight.
Yeah.
That was more very reactive. And I just remember having my mouthpiece, seeing him rush at me. My mouthpiece is here, and I'm jabbing him as I'm backing up, you know? And then I don't even know, we circle, we fight, because I'm not gonna be that little B, right?
Yeah.
Got a daughter now, I don't even wanna swear no more, right? I don't wanna be that little B who goes, Nah. I went, Yeah, coach, I don't need you, coach. I got my mouthpiece. I can put it back in my damn self. You know, I got this. I just wanted to grind it out. I didn't want to give him the extra point. I give him the extra point at that point. I got 6 minutes to knock this dude out. You know what I mean? And that's what it came down to. You know, it was a great fight. I learned a lot from that fight. What I love the most about Manny Pacquiao is when he comes in at you, when he commits, he really commits like 100%. You know, I've always known he's a spurt fighter. Andre Berto, I grew up with Andre Berto. Ben Getty told me a long time ago that one of Berto's strengths/weaknesses is that he's a spurt fighter. I feel the same way about Manny Pacquiao. I hit him tons of times, but I didn't expose him enough. He had the knockdown in the first round. He won by the 1 point at the end of the show. So that means you take the knockdown away, he doesn't win, you know? So at the end of the day, it was just a great fight. I learned a lot, and that explosiveness, that 100% that he put into his combinations, I'm looking forward to doing that in my up-and-coming fights and encouraging a lot of the fighters in the gym. That's something real fighters do. When you commit, you commit. He commits with his speed, he commits with his power, he commits with his angles, he commits with his tricky uppercuts. He just commits to the whole attack. And that's a beautiful thing about Pacquiao.
Man, thank you, Keith. Keith, can't wait to see you back. Thank you for your time.
All good, brother.
All right,
Be good.
man. God bless.